Then we have to learn about the pituitary gland. Its location can be asked. It is hanging in the from the base of the midbrain in below the hypothalamus. That is its location. It is known as the master gland because it is controlling many other endocrine glands. The secretions from the pituitary gland can control other gland, so it is known as the master gland. Why the pituitary gland is known as the master gland? Because it is controlling. Question can be asked why the pituitary gland is known as the master gland. Then you can see in the uh, diagram, you can see it has a posterior end and an anterior end. The anterior end is producing certain hormone, as well as the posterior end is also producing certain hormone. It has two different region, and in between an intermediate lobe is also there. The anterior lobe, it is producing the main hormone. It is producing the growth hormone. Growth hormone is also known as somatotropin. If it is the growth hormone is deficient, the uh, person may be dwarf, and the over secretion may cause in childhood days. If it is under secretion, causing the dwarfism, and over secretion causing the gigantism. In the picture you can understand what is gigantism and what is dwarfism. The pituitary gland is directly producing that hormone, growth hormone. Then in adult, if in adult person, if it is over secretion occur, the another disease is known as acromegaly. In that condition, the person develop large nose and thick lips, uh, or his excessive growth in the face, in the jaw, particularly in the jaw region. His jaw bones may grow much, and the bones in the face, hands and feet, some unproportionate growth we can find if the person get that over secretion because of the pituitary gland. Its hormone is produced, growth hormone is produced in adult person. The overgrowth in certain bones only, that is in the face or in the hand or in the feet, the unproportionate growth may occur. That disease is known as acromegaly, or it's uneven or in a unwanted kind of in undesirable proportion of growth will occur in such persons. Then again, you can see the pituitary gland is producing the growth hormone. Then another hormone produced by the pituitary is the thyroid stimulating hormone. We know that what is thyroid gland. It is at the neck region that is producing the thyroxine. That production of the thyroid gland is uh, uh, stimulated by the hormone from the pituitary. Pituitary is controlling the thyroid gland. Then gonads, gonadotropic hormone. Tropic hormone is the hormone that stimulate another hormone. Such hormones are tropical hormone, that are thyroid stimulating hormone, tropic hormone. Then gonad stimulating hormone. Gonad meaning male and female sex organs are known as the gonad. That sex organs also producing certain hormone. In female it is estrogen, and in male it is testosterone. That are testosterones are produced by the testis, and in female this estrogen and progesterone that are produced by the ovaries. These hormones are controlled by the that pituitary. So pituitary is producing certain tropic hormone, that are examples are thyroid stimulating hormone or gonad stimulating hormone, that is gonadotropic hormone, GTH. Then adrenocorticotropic hormone. You can see ACTH sometimes, the expanded form, or write the full form of ACTH, that is adrenocorticotropic hormone. TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. Such questions, sometimes it may be expansion may be asked. So the gonad that are controlled by the pituitary is controlling the gonad or sex or organs of males and females. Then adrenocorticotropic hormone, you know that you learned about the adrenal. Then it has cortex and medulla. That cortex is also stimulated by the pituitary gland. So it is the tropic hormone. Its definition also there. It refers to the such hormone which stimulate other endocrine glands to produce their specific hormone. So the pituitary gland is producing many hormone. Directly it is producing the growth hormone. The other hormones produced by the pituitary are corticotropic hormones. Then again, the posterior pituitary, anterior pituitary is producing these hormone, growth hormone, thyroid stimulating, gonad stimulating, adrenocorticotropic. Then hormone from the posterior pituitary. Posterior pituitary is producing two hormones that are antidiuretic hormone or ADH and another hormone known as the oxytocin. Two hormones are produced by the posterior lobe of the pituitary. Antidiuretic hormone, diuretic meaning doubling of the urine, anti meaning opposite of the double urine production, that is the reduction in the urine. If ADH is not produced enough, the person may produce a lot of urine. Urination will be frequent and copious, resulting in the loss of water from the body, and the person become thirsty. Antidiuretic, if the antidiuretic hormone is produced less, the person, that such a disease is known as diabetes insipidus. If the deficiency of antidiuretic hormone causing the disease diabetes insipidus, means the person produce more urine, resulting in loss of water from the body. That is antidiuretic hormone to coffee. If we drink too much coffee or tea or other beverages, that can influence the production of ADH, the pituitary gland, or the production of the antidiuretic hormone, that ADH, that hormone may be not produced enough because of the influence of coffee or tea. Such beverages can affect it so that the person lose all the water through the urine. So it is not good to drink too much coffee or tea as beverage, so or other beverages, because it can inhibit the production of ADH so that the person lose water. That condition is, or if there is not ADH, the condition is diabetes insipidus. Sometimes question can be asked like that: differentiate between diabetes mellitus and diabetes insipidus. Diabetes insipidus is because of the reduction in the ADH hormone, but diabetes mellitus is caused by the reduction in the production of insulin hormone, that is from the pancreas. So question can expect like that. Then another hormone produced by the posterior pituitary is the oxytocin. Its function is to stimulate vigorous contraction of uterus in a pregnant mother, leading to the birth of the baby. It also stimulates milk ejection. So for the birth of the baby, for the delivery of the baby, or for production of the milk, also is only at the time of the delivery time, at only that time that uterus contraction and the production of the milk by the mammary gland, that are all controlled by the hormone oxytocin. Then these two hormones are produced by the posterior pituitary. Then again, how the hormone secretions is controlled by the body, that is a feedback mechanism, that is to maintain the normal state. Wherever there is a change in this state, there are messages through the body system. If too much hormones is produced, then that may cause the nerves may stimulate the hormone producing gland to slow down. If it is produced too much, that the feedback will be slowed down from the nerves are stimulating our brain, and the nerves are making it to slow down. If it is too little, that feedback will be to speed up. That is the how our body is produced in enough, how it is controlling the production of the hormone. Then so opposite to the negative feedback, that is to restore the normal state, only the positive feedback mechanism we can see at the time of the childbirth. In normal state, the uterus is uncontracted. One contraction, instead of commanding to come to normal, give a message to continue the contract further. The positive feed mechanism can be seen only at the time of delivery. So up to the childbirth, the uterus contraction will continue, and that can give birth to baby. The positive feedback mechanism can be seen only at the time of childbirth. In other cases, hormone product oxytocin is produced in such a causing more and more for vigorous contraction of the uterine wall. But in other hormones, the feedback mechanism, if it is produced much, the body itself make it slow down, make it, the production will become slow. So now our portion is over. I shall give you the revision answers. You must try, after reading it enough, you must try to find out the answers. Here write the full form. LH, that is luteinizing hormone. Luteinizing hormone meaning to for the menstruation, that luteinizing hormone is produced. The other full form is there in the textbook. Now I am finishing the portion. Thank you for listening my class.